and welcome to TVRI World. I'm Sesko Satrio. In the next half an hour, we will talk about a lot of things between Indonesia and Germany. And this is Ambassador Corner. Indonesia and Germany have a long-standing and dynamic relationship built on mutual respect and cooperation. From economic partnerships to cultural exchange, the bond between these two nations continues to flourish. And throughout this program, we'll delve into the exciting developments in the Indonesia-Germany relationship. We'll explore the growing economic ties, with German investment playing a vital role in Indonesia's development and vice versa. We'll also discuss the vibrant people-to-people connections where cultural traditions and tourism foster understanding and friendship between our two countries. Today, we have the honor of being joined via Zoom by His Excellency Arif Havas Oegroseno, the Indonesian Ambassador to Germany. Good day, sir. Mr. Ambassador, thank you for joining us.
You're welcome. Thank you very much for having me.
I'm eager to learn more about this multifaceted relationship. And for this first segment of our discussion, we would like to know about Indonesia-Germany bilateral relationship. As we know that Indonesia-Germany relationship reached a new milestone when the German-Indonesia Joint Declaration for Comprehensive Partnership was officially inaugurated back in 2012. This year, we also commemorate our 72nd bilateral relationship. Could you please elaborate more about the Indonesia-Germany bilateral relationship diplomatically and also economically?
Well, let me start by saying that we have a very strong bilateral relations, Indonesia and Germany. There is one aspect that not very many people understand, the similarities between Indonesia and Germany. And I want to take this opportunity to explain to the TVRI's viewers this fundamental aspect, which is geography and geopolitics. If you look at the Indonesian map, we have 10 countries surrounding Indonesia, and we are located in the very strategic crossroad between two continents and two oceans. And it means that those who wants to travel, for instance, from the Middle East, from Europe, going to China, sending their export or receiving their imports, they have to go through Indonesia, through Indonesian waters. Or if Australia want to export its product to China, Japan, or South Korea, or Vietnam, for instance, they have to go through Indonesian waters. And it goes the other way around from the country in the East Asia, like Japan, China, and South Korea. If they want to do business with Middle East, with Europe, with Australia, and with Indonesia, of course, they have to go through Indonesian waters. Similarly, if you look at the German map, Germany is a country that has 9 neighboring countries, okay? And anybody who wants to travel from, say, Poland, Czech, or Eastern Europe, going to the Western Europe, to the Netherlands, for instance, they have to go through Germany. Anybody who wants to travel from Denmark to Switzerland, they have to go through Germany. Anybody who wants to travel from the Netherlands or France or Luxembourg or Belgium to Poland, for instance, they have to go through Germany. So we happen to be having these very unique situations, and I think this is a very strong ingredients in bilateral relation between Indonesia and Germany. So I'm not only want to talk about the formality, typically ambassador would talk about the formality of bilateral relation of two countries. I want to go deeper than that. So that is, I think, a very important capitals of the two countries between Indonesia and Germany. Now, diplomatically speaking, of course, we have already established relations for over 70 years. As a matter of fact, this year you mentioned we are on the 72 years bilateral relations, and we have a number of high-level visits from both sides. Our President Jokowi, I've been to Germany at least during my time twice. As a matter of fact, the last visit was only 10 months different between President Jokowi visit in Munchen during the G7 summit and also during the Honorable Messe, for instance. And we have received the state visit from Germany. President Steinmeier from Germany visited Indonesia for 3 days in 2022, and he was very impressed of Indonesia. And we have also governors from both sides visiting each of the countries. We have Menko. Actually, we have already the three important Menkos already visited here, Berlin. Minister Luhut Panjaitan, um, uh, Minister Erlangga, and also different Minister of Finance, Minister of Foreign Affairs, Minister of Defense. So these are very intense relationships, especially during G20 Indonesia leadership and G7 German chairmanships. So it is a very strong relationship, I would say, because of many factors, I would say, and also the fact of the matter is that we have this unique geographic conditions that make both Indonesia and Germany a very strategic country in its own region.
Mr. Ambassador, we know also that Germany is one of the largest economic powers in the European Union, while Indonesia is the largest economic power also in ASEAN. How do you
Yeah.
see we could share our common interests to develop the economy sector between Indonesia and Germany? But please answer after this break. So stay tuned. We will be right back after this break. Welcome back to Ambassador Corner. Thank you, you're still with us. Mr. Ambassador, we already talked about the diplomatic relationship between Indonesia and Germany. And as we know that Germany, as one of the largest economic powers in European, and Indonesia is the largest economic power in ASEAN, how do you see we could share our common interests to develop the economy sector between Indonesia and Germany?
I want to be frank, I want to be open to you, and I would say that the economic relations between Indonesia and Germany could do better, actually, could do much, much better. Because now the economic relation does not reflect the economic power of the two countries. As you rightly mentioned,
Yeah.
Germany is the largest economy in Europe. And when I talk about Europe, here in Europe, the perception of the belief of what is Europe, it includes UK, all right? So when you talk about Europe, it's all the mainland, all in the continent. So UK is not Europe. So in that context, Germany is the largest economy in Europe.
Okay.
Even if you stretch into Eastern Europe, still Germany is the largest economy in the whole Europe, stretching from the west to the east. And Indonesia, of course, is the largest country in Southeast Asia. But our export to Germany is increasing, but it is still low as opposed to our competitors. So our competitors would be countries from Southeast Asia, and the highest exporter it's Vietnam. So in a way, I think for us here at the embassy to increase our export to Germany, we organize a number of participations in different exhibitions, and the largest one, of course, is the Hannover Messe. It is the largest industrial messe in the world in Germany, and I think this is a very good moment for Indonesia to showcase Indonesia's power in the global industrial scale. And also, we participates in different messe, different exhibitions. We are concentrating on the very few but very important exhibitions, namely Medica. It is the exhibition for health equipment. And then we are also a very strong country from Southeast Asia. Probably now is the highest in Gamescom. This is a messe or exhibition on games, developer, and game services. We are also participating in wood products messe. We are participating in the car spare parts, and we are also participating in the oleochemical industry. So these are one of the few messe that Indonesia joined. We curate them on the basis of what the German needs. We also have two major Indonesian companies who always participate in Eurobike Messe. It is the exhibition of bicycle and equipment of bicycle, the largest in the world, and it's always done in Germany. And we have Indonesian companies participating over there. So I think the strategy for us is to go into exhibition that has a global impact and also a German impact as well. That is the only way for us to increase our export to Germany.
Okay. Up to this moment, there are approximately 250, around that, I guess, Germany multinational companies operating in Indonesia. Could you elaborate how the German companies' investment plan in Indonesia, and also how about our investment plan in Germany?
I want to start with our investment plan in Germany first, because that is very important. You are so right in mentioning that, because I would say that not very many Indonesian companies are investing in Europe. And in Germany, there are 7 Indonesian companies who are investing here in Germany. They are creating jobs here in Germany. They are creating the addition of the GDP of German economy. So Indonesian investments in Germany are very much appreciated by the local economy and also as well as by the German government. And this is a model that is not yet well developed in Indonesia. I think Indonesian companies should be more aggressive, because if I look at our neighboring countries, we have so many Singaporean companies here in Germany. We have so many Malaysian company here in Germany. We start to see many Vietnamese company in Germany, and of course, we have all the major company from China, from South Korea, from Japan in Germany. So the traditional model of economic relation where we receive investment, I think needs to be looked at deeper and much more carefully. So I think I agree with you on the importance of having Indonesian company investing in Europe, especially in Germany. Now, on the German companies who are investing in Indonesia itself, Germany has a new policy, which is to de-risk and diversify their business out of China. They want to establish investment, global supply chain, not only from China, but they also want to do it somewhere else. And their eyes are looking at Southeast Asia, And we are here racing and working very hard to get the attention of German companies when they are going out from China, or they are going out of Japan because it's so expensive over there. They come to Indonesia. So in terms of policy, what we are doing is that we are establishing now an economic relationship, economic framework meetings between Indonesia and Germany. Minister Erlangga just went to Berlin 3 weeks ago, and he and his partner, German Minister of Economy and Vice Chancellor, also organized a bilateral business meeting, and
Okay,
it was very
Mr. Ambassador,
right.
I think hold your answers for a moment because we have to have this short break for you viewers at home. So stay tuned with us here on Ambassador Corner in TVRI World. You're still watching Ambassador Corner. Thank you. I'm Sesko Satrio. And Mr. Ambassador, also thank you for waiting because in this segment, I would like to ask about the people-to-people relation, the culture and tradition and tourism between Indonesia and Germany. How do you see the people-to-people relation, and what do we share in common? How the Germans find us, find Indonesians?
I think let me go back to history.
Okay.
Okay, President Saleh, who initially went to the Netherlands, but he was very much discriminated against. He was not considered as equal in the Netherlands. This was in somewhere early 1800, 1830. Then his friend said that if you want to be accepted by one of the European kings and communities without discrimination, you go to Germany. Also, more or less on the same time, where we have German painters who lived in Bali, and you see this very interesting sort of unintended exchanges between art and scholars between Indonesia and Germany. So we are talking about this is 1800, okay?
Yeah.
But also, if you talk about the contemporary, contemporary situations today, we see a lot of visits from Germany to Indonesia. Last in 2023, there were close to 250,000 German visiting Indonesia. And the most important aspect of German tourism is that they are not backpackers. They come here with a very high degree of spending. And our record was during the International Tourism Bourse, or ITB Berlin, last March. And during the ITB, we managed to sign deal of 350,000 passengers, and this is a transaction of over 8 trillion rupiah. So we are very good spot for German tourists, and they come to Indonesia as a repeat customer. They come to Indonesia not only once but again and again and again. And this is one of the big opportunity for us to bring Indonesia in the mind of German people. But also on the other hand, we have received a very high degree of Indonesian students studying in Germany. When I came to Germany in 2018, early 2018, there were only around 8,000 Indonesian students.
Okay.
We check today, there are almost 11,000 Indonesian students studying in Germany. And this is a very positive trend. We want to continue this further because studying in Germany, it's very affordable. Some universities in Germany are free, completely free. Some they have tuition, but it's cheaper even than from Indonesia. And the master's degree and PhD in Germany are in English. So we are working also with LPDP in Indonesia to bring more Indonesian to get a scholarship to study in Germany. So we have new technologies coming out, semiconductor, one of them, renewable energy is another, circular economy is another technology. So we are pushing to have more Indonesians studying in Germany in this area. The area of semiconductor is one of the latest area that we want to push more because we found out a very interesting situations whereby global semiconductor companies, they are not coming to Indonesia because we don't have enough engineers. They are going to our neighboring countries where there are more engineers of semiconductors. So now we are going to boost the number of the Indonesian students with semiconductor engineering degrees, so that we hope that we can also catch up with the game of semiconductors and technology. I think I want to return a little bit to our first discussions on geopolitics.
Yeah.
Today, 21st century, the link between technology, semiconductor, and geopolitics are very, very strong. So the geopolitical tension, for instance, between the US and China has also impacted on technology and semiconductor as well. So Indonesia wants to uh, arm itself with the ability to bring in more global investors on semiconductors in Indonesia. And one of the way is to increase Indonesian students to study in Germany on semiconductor.
Yeah, we also know that both of the countries, Indonesia and Germany, are rich in cultural traditions. Are there any plans to increase the other way around, German students to study here in Indonesia?
The problem with Germany is that they have demographic challenges.
Okay.
The number of high school students, for instance, the number of the technical high school, the SMK in Indonesia, with Ausbildung here. 5 years ago, it was 2 million people. Now it's just around 1.2 million people. So the number of people are going down. The average age in Germany is 47 years old. Across Germany, the German people who went to university is just around 40%. The rest are non-Germans. They are coming from other EU countries, and 30% are coming from Asia. So I think the challenge for Germany is demography.
We have maybe that is well known abroad is we have gamelan, we have batik, and also traditional dances. How do we promote this to the world, especially to Germany?
We have the Rumah Budaya Indonesia (RBI), the Indonesian Cultural House, and in RBI we have two sets of gamelan, Balinese and Japanese gamelan. We organize classes of gamelan. We also organize classes of Bahasa Indonesia for German students. Now, I think we have the largest spots of Bahasa Indonesia courses in Europe. I think around 80 spots of learning Bahasa Indonesia across Germany. Some are even parts of the program in university in Germany. So this is one way to also spread Indonesian culture in Germany.
Okay, Mr. Ambassador, thank you very much. This conversation has been incredibly insightful. You've shed light on the strong bonds that connect Indonesia and Germany. Thank you very much once again for your time, His Excellency Arif Havas Oegroseno, the Indonesian Ambassador to Germany. Have a good day, sir.
Thank you, terima kasih, vielen Dank. Bye-bye.
Thank you, sir. And the commitment to economic collaboration, the rich cultural exchange, and the flourishing tourism industry all paint a picture of a truly dynamic partnership. And that was today's edition of the Ambassador Corner. We hope this program has given you a glimpse into the remarkable relationship between Indonesia and Germany. Until next time, I'm Sesko Satrio. Goodbye.